Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be removing a French door and also some windows and moving them around, also installing some new ones. Please stay tuned and continue watching until the end so you won't miss out on any details of how you can do this type of work. One of the first projects that we're going to do is to remove an existing French door that's in the living room area and reinstall it into the master bedroom. We're also going to be framing a 3-foot wide section so that the French door will fit in there. We're going to cut some existing siding in different lengths so we can best fit the new space next to the French door. In the living room, we're going to frame in the area and install a smaller size door. Also replacing 2 bathroom windows that they measure 35 inch by 35 inch, removing and replacing a door that's 36 inch wide by 80 inches tall, fire rated garage door. Then at the front entry of the house, we're going to be adjusting and fixing an existing French door. And finally, we're going to be removing a large window in the living room and framing in the area and installing a smaller size window. So definitely in this video, we're going to be showing you several different things and projects of how we do this type of work. These are the French doors that we took out temporarily. We're going to be moving those into the master bedroom area, and in certain spots we're actually going to be taking out the windows. And this process is pretty straightforward. We just start by taking out the frame around the window. Sometimes you have to cut around the perimeter so you can get to the actual window. And in our case, we're dealing with some aluminum siding material. We had this pretty large open window space that we're gonna take out. The client no longer wanted that in there. There's the 2 of them with the entire frame. So here is the whole opening from the bedroom side once we took it all out. And we brought all this lumber, basically 2x4 typical lumber. We're going to be framing in on the house so we can reinstall the French door in that area. This is the frame for the French door, and to reinstall that, we just have to measure the width and the height of the door. That's going to give us how much framing we need to enclose in this space. So once you have that rough opening, you can start framing the areas directly next to it and around it to match the typical framing of a house, which is 16 inches on center. And there are some other doors that we're installing. These are for a 2x4 wall. We're actually installing some of those little sections of wood so to fill in any gaps. And we have some really powerful DeWalt tools that we really love. We were using before like some air tools, but since a lot of our equipment now is battery operated, we just decided to invest and purchase all kinds of power tools like the framing nailers, finish nailers, and things like that. And so once we present the windows and the door in the opening, we're just checking the level, making sure they're nice and plumb and level before we attach it to the frame of the house. So the way how you want to install these is you just want to fasten the frame of the door or the window directly onto the frame of the house. There is some lumber that we had to rip in order to fit on certain gaps, and that's where having a good saw, like a table saw, comes in super handy. I recently purchased a Skill table saw with some folding legs, and we love that thing because it helps us to cut the lumber and also rip it in many different thicknesses, so it is super versatile. But over here we're starting to frame the area next to the French doors. We have the framing right there, and we're securing it with some 3-inch to 4-inch screws. Those are the ones that you can use for the exterior, and you can use them also for the interior, but there's different ones. You know, there's certain ones that have different coating for the inside and or the outside. But right over here, we're also doing some more framing because we're gonna be installing a window in that space. So we're doing quite a bit of modifications. Like you see right here, we have 1, 2, 3 different windows, and all of these are gonna be installed around the back side of the house. These are the old ones. I actually did a project like this in my own house last year, where I had a bunch of aluminum windows that weren't really efficient anymore. So the best thing to do is replace them. And like in my case, I had no choice because the old windows, the glass was actually fading. So that's one of the big advantages of, you know, installing new windows, is you're gonna have a beautiful, nice, clear view of the outside. Not only that, but you're also gonna have a lot more insulation for the house. You're gonna save a lot on the energy bill because these newer windows, they're a lot more energy efficient. So thankfully right here, we have advanced quite a bit. We've already installed most of the framing of the house. Right here we have this typical 1/2-inch particle board that we're gonna be installing around the opening. So because over here we used to have a pretty large door, but now that we're installing a window, we had to enclose that area with the same material that the house had, which was the 1/2-inch particle board, almost like a plywood. But once you install that, then you can go ahead and put in the house wrap. Then after that, we're gonna go ahead and install the siding. Now, as I mentioned before, this siding, it's aluminum, but we weren't really able to find that same material. So what I did is I ended up purchasing 1/2-inch beveled cedar siding that will give me the same reveal. This siding that you see right there, it has a 5-inch reveal. So I purchased the cedar plank siding that is like 6 1/4, and that's gonna give us the same 1/2-inch reveal. So it's gonna be like almost perfect match. It's not gonna be exactly perfect because we're gonna have like some seams where the new meets with the old, but it's gonna be pretty close. Right here we had to rip this board all around the perimeter of the frame so the new door can fit in there a lot better. Sometimes the door, it has a frame, and you know, if they didn't get ordered correctly, that frame will be in the way of around the perimeter, so you may have to cut the lumber to make it fit. But that's pretty much the process of how we replaced several doors, French doors, and windows around this house. We hope you liked this video. Consider subscribing to our channel and activate the notification bell so that way you won't miss out on any videos that I'm going to be uploading every single week. Thanks for watching. May God bless you, and I'll see you on the next video.